Look at me peeking out from behind it. Why am I doing it? Why am I like this? It's time for a book haul. We got ARCs, a book I won in a giveaway, and books from Pango Books, which is a website where people sell their books for really cheap. So I've gotten some books that I've really been wanting to read for a great price. Plus, I found some special edition books that I just can't wait to show y'all. And this isn't sponsored or anything. I'm just so excited that I found this website that I want to share it with y'all too. So I don't know if y'all can see this big old stack of books right here, but that's what we're getting into. So let's get into it. Okay, so first we're going to start with the ARCs. Y'all, I am so excited. I have an early copy of All These Sunken Souls, edited by Cersei Moskowitz. If you've seen my most anticipated releases of 2023 video, then you know that this is my #1 anticipated release of the whole year. I cannot wait. It is a black horror anthology filled with like so many great contributors that I cannot wait to read. Asia Monet is a contributor. She wrote The Black Veins, which is one of my all-time favorite books. Kaylin Bayron is in this anthology. I have so many of her books on my TBR, but I have not read any of them yet. So this will probably be my first taste of her writing, so I cannot wait. And also, Joel Rochester, who is a fellow booktuber, is in this anthology. I actually remember when he announced that he was going to be in a horror anthology, so I'm excited to read his writing. Thank you so much to Chicago Review Press for this ARC. It will officially be out on October 17th. Next, Akashic Books sent me 2 things. Thank y'all so much. First, we have Sufferer, the memoir of a Brixton reggae head by Alex Wheatle. This comes out July 4th. This is a memoir about Alex going through so many challenges in his life, from growing up in the British foster care system with no knowledge of his Jamaican heritage, depression, and even imprisonment for participating in the 1981 Brixton uprising against racial injustice. And it's also about how reggae music always provided a lifeline and brought him joy throughout all of that hardship. Memoirs are always my favorite type of nonfiction. I feel like this one is going to be like a hard read, but it sounds like he lived a life. So we see that he had a lot of hardships, but hopefully that has led him to a better life now, and we can see that journey in this memoir. That one is heavy. And also from Akashic Books, we have this heavy thing, Studio, the Naffic Grovel art trilogy of Chuck D. You know Chuck D from Public Enemy. This one is already out. As y'all can see, this is a heavy one because it has 3 whole volumes. Okay, this is the first volume, and it says, a graphic experience leading readers into the pandemonium around the pandemic and the toxic socio-political culture that emerged. Chuck D draws us into a mind-stimulating series that reflects on this erratic new era. You can even tell from the cover that the illustrations are just gonna be everything. And lastly, for the ARCs, we have Complicit by Winnie M. Lee. This one is from Atria Books. Thank y'all. Now this one is a thriller about Hollywood, secrets, and revenge. And right on the back it says, a comment here, a closed door there, a whispered rumor, turn a blind eye, follow the rules, and you'll succeed. But at what cost? So yeah, this is definitely giving Hollywood secrets, and I want to know what's going on. Thank you to all of the publishers for all these review copies. I am so excited for all of them. Also, I'm saving the special edition books for last, so like, y'all should really watch to the end for those. Okay, so we have one book that I won in a giveaway. The author hosted a giveaway on Twitter, and I won, and I am just so excited to read it. And that book is The Vanished Witch by A.J. Locke. Okay, so this is about this girl. She's a witch. A vanished witch, to be exact. And most vanished witches can only make objects disappear, but she can make people disappear as well. And she uses her power to make the evil people in her city disappear. We love it. Until one day, she accidentally vanishes herself. And she winds up in this parallel world. And it turns out that everything every vanished witch makes disappear winds up in this parallel world. They're just gonna have to deal with the light reflecting off of it, I'm sorry. Including her boyfriend, who she accidentally made disappear. But they cannot enjoy their little reunion or whatever, because every single evil person that she ever made vanish is in this parallel world with her. And when they find out that she's there, it's gonna be some problems. They're definitely gonna come for her. So she better find a way to get out. This sounds so amazing. And it's signed by the author. I'm gonna start this one very soon actually, because I want to use it for the readathon that I created called For the Culture Readathon. It's taking place all of June, and it is about celebrating Black books and Black culture. I did not get to film an announcement video this round, but I'll definitely leave all the information linked below. The Twitter announcement, the Storygraph challenge, all of that will be in the description. So y'all can check it out if y'all want to. There is still plenty of time to join. And this round is all about Black superheroes, and this book will be perfect for Miles Morales' prompts, which is Into the Spider-Verse, a book with different dimensions or worlds. This has a parallel world, so it's perfect. Now let's get into the books from Pango Books. All these glossy books in my ring light do not get along. On Sunday, She Picked Flowers by Yaya Schofield. Hope I said that right. When Jude killed her mother, she thought that she put an end to the hold that that woman had on her. 17 years later, secluded deep in the woods of northern Georgia, Jude knows that the past is not all that easy to discard. She must grapple with ghosts, haunts, beasts, and an enigmatic woman who threatens to undo the tentative peace that Jude has made for herself by provoking the violence that's just underneath her skin, waiting to be unleashed. They better learn how to leave this lady alone. I have been wanting to read this book for so long, since like 2021. But it was just so expensive. It was so expensive, I could not bring myself to spend that much money on a book. But on Pango Books, buying this was cheaper than getting the Kindle book, including the shipping costs. It was cheaper than the Kindle book. And if I don't like it, I'ma cry, because it's a definite 5-star prediction for me. Next we have A Dance for the Dead by Nuzo Ono, and y'all cannot see that at all because this light will not let me be great. This is like my first time filming with a lot of like physical books. I usually just do ebooks and put the little graphics on the screen. I'm not used to this. This is a horror fantasy about DK, heir to the kingdom and leader of the terrifying warrior cult, waking up one night to find himself trapped inside the secret shrine of a village deity that is forbidden to all save powerful witch doctors. Now he is an Osu, an untouchable and an outcast, with his only companion being the raging ghost of a murdered slave girl. DK must find the traitors who orchestrated his downfall and go on a deadly quest to the ancestor realm to break the Osu curse. I have heard that Nuzo Ono is the queen of African horror, so I have been wanting to read something from her for a long time, and I am so excited to finally dive into this. Okay, before I start showing off these gorgeous special edition books I have, make sure that you subscribe and join our book tribe so that you can love on all these good books with us. Now it is time to get into these gorgeous special edition books. Look at his face right there. Chuck D face is at the bottom of this, kind of staring at me while I'm filming. Now these are my first ever special edition books. I have never had special edition books before, so I am incredibly excited and obsessed with them. First up, we have Only a Monster by Vanessa Lynn. I didn't even hold up the book. When sent to stay with her late mother's eccentric family in London, Joan becomes determined to enjoy herself regardless of this inconvenience. She gets a fun job, even meets a cute boy, But when a Good Samaritan attempt goes wrong, it sends Joan spinning through time and her life unravels. She finds out that her family is not just eccentric, they're monsters with terrifying hidden powers. And that cute boy that she wants to date, he's a monster hunter who will do anything to bring them down. She has to embrace her monstrousness if she is to save herself and her family, because in every story there's a hero and a monster, and in this story she is not the hero. Don't that sound so good? But wait till you see the book. First of all, look at these gorgeous black sprayed edges. I love it. I feel like I'm awful at showing off books. I don't know what I'm doing. It's also signed by the author. Wait till I take this dust jacket off, y'all. Wait till I take this dust jacket off. Okay, so the ring light is actually working with this one because the light is bouncing off. Ooh, it's hitting. Okay. Look at the dust jacket. It is gorgeous. I don't know if this book is gothic or not, but this illustration is giving me all the gothic vibes, and I love it. And it also came with this gorgeous keychain, and it says, "We are the darkest arts made light." And that makes me even more excited for the story, because does that mean that some witchery happened to make them monsters? This book did come a little bit damaged though. I don't know if y'all can see, but like the first page is a little bit torn. The first few pages are a little bit torn. The binding is like a little bit loose. And the pictures didn't show that when I bought it. Like most of the time they'll warn you if a book is damaged. But I am still very, very happy that I bought this. I love it so much and I cannot wait to read it. Next we have Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen. Gorgeous. Simi prayed to the gods once. Now she serves them as Mami Wata, a mermaid who collects the souls of those who died at sea and blesses their journey back home. But when a living boy is thrown overboard, Simi actually saves his life, going against an ancient decree, and punishment awaits those who defy it. I feel like everybody has read this book but me, but I'm glad I waited so that I could find this gorgeous edition. Look at this beautiful cover. Isn't she gorgeous? And there are gold spray edges. I don't know if it's showing up here. Can you see them? It is also signed. Now look at this cover with the dust jacket off. And I just love that it has like the glossy finish rather than the matte. I did not know that that was something that I loved in books, but apparently it is. Now look at the inside of the dust jacket. Isn't she so beautiful? I'm obsessed. And I've heard so many fantastic things about this book. I just cannot wait. And now we have Portrait of a Thief by Grace D. Lee. But before I show you the cover of this book, let me put the original cover on the screen real quick. Okay, you saw it? Now look at this. Do you see the little hand taking the A? Do you see the little hand taking the A? I love it. I am obsessed. Across the Western world, museums display the spoils of war, conquest, and colonization. Priceless pieces of art looted from other countries. Kept even now. Will Chen plans to steal them back. Period. Steal them back, Will. Steal them back. This has the yellow sprayed edges that I am also in love with. I'm in love with all these special edition books. I'm in love with all the books though. Another one that's signed by the author. Now let's look at it with the dust jacket off. So pretty. Look at them in the lights. Now look at the inside of the dust jacket. This is an illustration of the crew that Will puts together to achieve the heist, and I cannot wait. I am so excited for it. Alright, now talk to me down in the comments. Are any of these on your TBR? Are you excited for them? Have you read any of them? If so, what were your thoughts about it? What did you think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I hope you didn't hate it. Do you own any special edition books? Let me know down there too, because I want to know all about them. Because I want to be a collector now. Now I want all the special edition books. or just leave me a red heart down in the comments so that I know that you made it this far into the video. If you haven't already, subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, I feel like you will enjoy this one too. So watch that next, and I will see you there.